Who hit the plan and his cops full of jealousy. We in the bag and we mugging the deal. And I'm in a violation of God and the deal. Oh yeah.
Hey friends, it's Harriet and welcome back to my corner of Kigali. If there's one thing I absolutely love about living here, it is just how diverse the food scene has become. Whether you are craving deep, comforting local flavors or want to travel the world through your taste buds, Kigali has an absolute range of international cuisines to offer. Today, I'm taking you along a mini food tour of some of my favorite recent spots, from cozy hangouts with friends to spontaneous birthday lunches. So let's dive straight into it. First up, my friend and I headed over to a lovely Chinese restaurant tucked away in Kibagabaga to try something entirely new to us. The place is called Aamia and they specialize in traditional Shanghai dishes. I love that their menu had pictures of the actual food to give you an idea of what you are ordering. So here's what we ordered. We started off with a refreshing lemon-flavored Chinese tea for 3,500 Rwandan francs, which is about $2, which we shared. Then came the hard part of skimming through the menu to decide on which mains we were going to go with. We finally decided on what we wanted to try, and we ordered the chicken shredded noodles, which went for 7,000 Rwandan francs, which is about $4. We also ordered the braised beef soup noodles that also went for 7,000 Rwandan francs, which is about $4, and a side of pork belly that also went for 7,000 Rwandan francs, which is about $4. While we waited for the food, we soaked in how calm and homey this place felt, and I really loved its simplicity. We also decided to see more of the place, so we checked out the other sitting space inside, and once we saw it, we decided to switch from the outdoor to the indoor setting, and then it was officially time to dig in. When the food arrived, I honestly underestimated it because it was my first meal of the day and I was so hungry I was sure I would finish it off. But as soon as we started eating, I realized just how dense those noodles were and how much of that broth I was drinking. Honestly, this food was completely new for me and I have been wanting to try soup noodles for a long time. The flavor profile was very simple, mild and nothing too strong. So was the shredded chicken noodles, though for some reason, it tasted like they had added some peanut to it. And I kind of liked it. And the star of the show was the pork belly. It was so sweet, I think they fried it in honey. It was tender and juicy and fit in well, though I think they pair it with plain rice mostly. We couldn't finish it all, so we took it as takeaway. This was such a unique experience for me, and it definitely makes me hope to try more Chinese food in the future. Our total bill came out to 25,100 Rwandan francs, which is about $14. Meaning we each paid 12,550 Rwandan francs, which is about $7. Aamia is definitely a win and a spot to try if you're in Kigali. Next up, my husband and I wanted to dive into some rich West African flavors, so we visited Afri-Niger Port's restaurant in Kacyiru. I love this place because it offers a true multi-vibe experience. You can choose between different sitting spaces depending on your mood, from open group areas to a beautiful outdoor tree canopy where you can get to enjoy the calm and breezy trees, or a more intimate inside setting. We decided to sit in their private VIP area and played some games to pass time while we waited for the food to be prepared. And let me tell you, the wait was worth it. We ordered Egusi soup that went for 14,000 Rwandan francs, which is about $9. It was so rich, nutty, and perfectly seasoned. We also ordered smoky jollof rice that went for 12,000 Rwandan francs, which is about $8. It came with a side of chicken and crispy sweet plantains. It really got me thinking about food prices in general, especially since the prices of native food like Nigerian cuisine can be on the higher side. That is usually because restaurants have to import very specific ingredients like egusi straight from West Africa. We really enjoyed the food and our total came up to 26,000 Rwandan francs, which is about $14. Now, let's talk about pizza. Finding a really good pizza can sometimes be a bit of a challenge in Kigali, though honestly, from my experience lately, that might just be a universal struggle everywhere. But this next stop was a total spontaneous meetup in Gacuriro with a close friend of mine. It was her birthday, so we decided to link up for a fun celebratory brunch at Master's Pizza. It just so happened to be a Tuesday, which means buy one, get one free. You know I couldn't pass that up. It turned into a pizza feast that fit perfectly with the occasion. Here is what we ordered. We ordered the kila kitu, which is one of their most popular flavors. It comes packed with a delicious mix of toppings from vegetables to meat. Flavor profile was okay. It was nice tasting all those deliciousness in one bite. But the Hawaiian pizza completely stole the show for me. It was so gooey, packed with extra cheese, much less dry, and yes, I'm going to say it, I am proudly a pineapple on pizza person. Honestly, the sweet and savory combo hit the spot perfectly. Master's Pizza is incredibly famous around Kigali, and you could easily see why from the constant delivery orders flying out the door. We each got a small Fanta that went for 1,500 Rwandan francs, which is about $1. We walked away completely stuffed and had to take takeaway, and we only spent 14,000 Rwandan francs, which is about $9 for both pizzas. So we each spent 7,000 Rwandan francs, which is about $4 for this experience. Honestly, flavor profile for this pizza was a 6 out of 10, but the value for money is definitely a 10 out of 10. Of course, there are better options in the city, ranging from budget-friendly choices to premium ones, like Soluna, which is famous for its authentic Italian styles. 360 Degrees Pizza at Kigali Heights is also famous for its Napoleon-style dining ambience. Honestly, there are so many good pizza spots that I'm yet to try. I was out running a few household errands when my stomach started rumbling. I decided to make a quick stop at Sambar Pizza in Kibagabaga. Alongside their pizza, they are actually well known for having great fried chicken and chips or fries, and since it had been a hot minute since I last had some, I had to indulge. Their menu has really affordable prices. I got a single piece of fried chicken with a massive, incredible, generous portion of chips for just 5,000 Rwandan francs, which is about $3. Everything was piping hot and fresh. I loved the taste of those freshly fried potato chips, and the chicken was so crispy yet just perfect. It was definitely a 10 out of 10 and so satisfying. And pairing it with some mayonnaise was the absolute perfect finishing touch. I left there feeling so full and satisfied. To wrap it all up, we headed over to Crayof Fusion, a new Haitian and Caribbean spot in Remera. I had been procrastinating on coming here, so it served as the perfect place to catch up with a friend I hadn't seen in a while. Locating the place was tough. We actually had to call the restaurant for directions in Kinyarwanda. Around here, Kinyarwanda is the primary language, and about 30 to 40% of locals, especially motor drivers, speak little English. We finally located the place, and the venue has a great indoor and outdoor setting, and they even offer lodging options starting at 30,000 Rwandan francs, which is about $17 for a night. Looking at the menu, the prices were very fair. My friend got a chicken stew with rice and beans, which went for 7,000 Rwandan francs, which is about $4. I ordered a delicious beef and mashed eggplant veggie mix for 7,000 Rwandan francs as well, which is about $4. To beat the Kigali summer heat, we just paired everything with cold water. The portions were not as much as I was expecting. They were a bit small, but the flavors were incredibly homey and perfectly spiced. We also ordered a chicken and cheese pie that went for 3,000 Rwandan francs, which is about $2. And we also ordered a veggie wrap that had chicken as well in it that went for 4,500 Rwandan francs, which is about $3. Honestly, this was the peak of lunch hour, so we decided to grab an extra side of rice and beans that went for 2,000 Rwandan francs, which is about $1. And by the end, we were completely full, and our total bill was 25,000 Rwandan francs, which is about $14. So we split it at 12,750 Rwandan francs, which is $7 for each. Looking back at these entire experiences, what surprises me the most about living here is just how much value you get if you play your cards right. As you can see from our final expense sheet, exploring international flavors in Kigali does not have to drain your wallet. But here is the real takeaway and my strategy to navigate the food scene. Balance your splurges with smart compromise. When you want to experience deep, authentic flavors like West African cuisine, expect to pay a little bit more. Those places are importing highly specialized ingredients across borders just to keep the dishes authentic, and it is worth supporting. But you can easily offset those higher-end food days by hitting up local spots to take advantage of weekly promotions like at Master's Pizza, with their Tuesday promos and weekend promos. And honestly, trying new food is one of the best ways to build community. Whether it's catching up with a friend or going out on a date, Kigali's food scene is expanding so fast and it is incredibly exciting to experience. So let me know which of these spots surprised you the most. And if you found this video helpful, don't forget to subscribe. So remember to stay intentional, and I'll see you in the next one.